we always land up underlining the vulnerability and the emotional side and the sensitivity of women, but also that's what makes them the doers that they are.
I remember waking up in a hotel in Noida and getting into a car. It was like 4 in the morning, and then we kept driving for 2 hours, and I woke up and it looked like the same road. I'm like, where have we come? And it was still Delhi. So that's Delhi for you.
Netflix Emmy-winning series is back for release on 13th November, Delhicrime Season 3. Delhicrime has always held a mirror to the society. Powerful, deep, and deeply human. With Season 3 digging deeper into issues of women's safety, strength, and survival, here with me today is the team of Delhicrime, and I'm looking forward to understanding what makes this season more special. Pali, your character, Vartika, has always come across very powerful and yet very real. How do you manage on screen the emotions of playing a tough cop and yet keeping it very real?
One is, if she didn't feel so strongly or she didn't have that vulnerability, she wouldn't have the need to fight it as much as she does. Also, I think she's kind of obsessive. She just, once she gets into it, she's just like
there. In uniform all day, all night.
Yeah. And also, I think, which is interesting, is that she has the ability to, she feels it, but she has the ability to block it out and focus on what needs to be done. And of course, she has a terrific, terrific team. So I think all of that goes into making her. And she's flawed, which I love. I just love it. But she's as real as she can get.
Was that very hard to play, to be tough and yet sort of at some moments show your emotions? As a woman, how you're feeling about that point? Because it's come out really well.
Thank you.
Both the points.
I would love to say that it took a lot of effort and I really worked very hard on it, which I did. But honestly, that's why I'm in person. I feel very, very strongly. And then when it is something that I need to solve, I kind of block off emotionally and then I just get on into doing what I have to do. So yeah.
Amazing.
But I think that is the kind of strength a lot of women have. We always land up underlining the vulnerability and the emotional side and the sensitivity of women, but also that's what makes them the doers that they are.
Yeah, the strength behind it. Huma, how's it been for you? What drew you to, take on this role, and what drew you to Delhicrime as such a serious topic and yet, so powerful? What drew you to come into the series?
I am a huge fan of Delhicrime. So for me, it was like you ask a fangirl to join the club. And I was like, seriously? Are you guys kidding? Been obsessed with this show from the beginning. And I think, like Tanya said, this is the most thrilling season yet. And I think I have something to do a little bit with that. No, but really, I think the writing just right off was just so incredible, very complex, very layered, very nuanced, very powerful. And then, of course, it was always supposed to be this face-off between Badi Didi and Madam Sir.
Yes.
When what happens when a unstoppable force, finds an immovable object kind of a situation, and that's exactly what this was.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it.
It's actually a scientific term. Nolan used it.
Nice.
I'm just. Yeah. Hi, Nolan.
You have to use this in every interview.
Okay, done.
When you're deciding not to use it, give it to me.
Oh, okay, done. If I don't say it, if I forget, just tell me. Oh, by the way, this is. So yeah. And that's what it was, and you can't really decide, because on one side is this really force of nature played by Madam Sir, who's sort of righteous and correct, and you've been been on that journey with her, where you sort of know she's the force of good, and on the other side you have this really complex villain who's all dark and all bad, but she also has reasons for what she's doing. Of course, never to empathize or whatever, but to always show what really happens when you don't really check a crime. It creates more criminals. And that's the sort of systemic cycle of crime that I think shows like this and writing like this sort of shine a light on. And just the most, I don't know, and Tanuj and I kept talking about this, just the most deliciously evil character I have ever played. One has played good characters and righteous characters and grey ones. But this is just like the most dark I've ever gone. There were days after a scene, like, I would be really enjoy, and without any sort of spoilers, I would enjoy doing something really evil. And yeah, and then I cut, and then I'm like, and then he's just like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, but that's what Badi Didi would do. It's not something I'm doing, but it's just the natural progression to that character.
So
and
I had
a lot of fun.
came, you were set from being, to get onto the fierce role.
There's fun in playing dark, I would admit. There is a part of you that you explore as a person, as a character, when like now you can do anything. And I think often I would go back and be like, what am I doing? Because, I am a feminist and, I have certain very, very strong ideas about things. And then I'm like, what's going on? But sometimes, we have to do certain performances and pick certain roles which, shine a light on that issue itself. And sometimes that could be more important. And that's how I approached it, or at least I had to tell my therapist.
Delhicrime's done that time and again. It's shaken up people, kept them entertained, and yet kept it very, very real. So on a lighter note, have you had a lot of like Delhi moments? And I'm opening this question to everyone. Have you had that moment of, oh, this is so Delhi, because it is, it is known. I'm not going to get into the Bombay-Delhi debate, but there are certain things that are so Delhi, and the reason why you thought of Delhicrime as opposed to any other name, and why you're focusing on that city, I think that's very evident and clear to everyone. But have you had your moments of, oh, this is so Delhi, while you're making the movie, while you're acting or producing it?
Well, I mean, every day going to set.
Yeah.
There's inevitably some traffic jam, and there's inevitably a loud conversation on the street about the nature of the jam.
And that's the good part.
And nobody's helping each other. It's just the lines are growing, and you have that moment. You're like, I'm in Delhi. Yeah, this is
So
Delhi.
being a Delhi girl, I have to jump in, because if I don't, I'll get like massive hate for it. But no, I mean, so what is Delhi even anymore, right? On one hand, it's stretched up to Noida, Greater Noida. On the other, it's Ghaziabad, Dasna, and Gurgaon. So it's really like
large.
It just keeps like, I don't know, swelling up. The few days I shot for it in Delhi, because we also had a longer Bombay schedule. I remember waking up in a hotel in Noida and getting into a car. It was like 4 in the morning, and then we kept driving for 2 hours, and I woke up and it looked like the same road. And I'm like, where have we come? And it was still Delhi. So that's Delhi for you. I think it's just such a vibrant city. It has, of course, its sets of challenges in terms of locations and all of that. But I think just the texture of that place, I don't think you can sort of replicate it anywhere.
So, of course, having worked with the series, and I'm opening this question to all women here, is this something that you always do when you're sort of in larger cities, be it Delhi, be it anywhere else in the world that you're traveling and shooting? And there's precautions you sort of take because of all that is honestly true that is going on in the world?
Always.
Yeah?
Always. I think as women, you're just trained to be mindful of your surroundings.
Yeah, and you said you're a Delhi girl. I think that's engraved in us. We sort of
feel that. And there's no this thing about it. But it's not just Delhi. It could be any city in the world. Whenever as a single woman, you go anywhere, you immediately check your surroundings. You check on how you're going to travel to a certain place. I travel alone a lot. So where am I staying? Location of the hotel, locking your door at night. I don't know, just the mode of transport. But, and the sad part is it's just an automatic checklist that you have. You don't think about it when you go to, it could be any city in the world. It's unfortunate, but I think safety of women is something, I think, it's just something we as a society need to really work on. And what offends me is whenever there's a crime against women, like it's always, women are always told, oh, you should be indoors, as opposed to the other way around. And I think that's kind of sad.
So as a young woman watching Vartika, what are you hoping she's going to sort of take back, in the sense, what character of Vartika do you think she should be taking with her?
Oh.
Wow.
Vartika didn't start with being a DIG or, a DCP. She started somewhere. But I think she had the drive to do it right. And she keeps at it. At times, it's stubborn almost. and she's obsessed with it. But then that's exactly what kind of, pushes her to get what she wants to get. And I think that's very important for people to have. A lot of times what happens is also you have a passion, you have a drive, you want to go somewhere, but then there is so much influence that's coming out from outside that you kind of either
Dilutes.
change your point of view or say, theek hai, we don't need to be so aggressive. And aggressive doesn't necessarily mean being screaming, shouting, raving, ranting. It just means keeping at it. You believe it, just go for it. And don't let anyone change that. And there will be people who say you overreact, you're doing it too much, it's too extra, and whatever. But that's the way to be.
It's been great having you and chatting with you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you so much.